What we need to do, of course, and what part of your book is about, is we need to try and get the authorities and people interested in keeping an eye out for asteroids that are...
Two things need to be done. I mean, first of all, we have the Hubble Space Telescope at the moment, which is sending back enormously interesting pictures from deep space. We need another space telescope that's up there, which is also photographing in the infrared, because some of these objects come at us from the direction of the sun and are absolutely invisible to normal telescopes.
Is it likely...
We need one which is dedicated to surveying Earth-crossing and potentially Earth-hitting objects.
Is it likely at this particular moment in time there is a huge foreign body winging its way towards us that we are not even aware of, and that our scientists are not aware of?
Yes, I think it's extremely likely that there is such an object. I'm persuaded by the calculations of the scientists, some of whose names I've already mentioned, which indicate the breakup of a huge comet in the solar system about 20,000 years ago, and that
bits of which
are still there. The calculations indicate they connect it to what is called the Taurid meteor stream, which we see meteors from twice a year, and that these meteors, which are just like sort of cosmic sparklers, are just the outer fringes of a huge cloud of debris which is whistling through the solar system and which crosses the path of the Earth.
But we have been hit. I mean, we've been hit, apparently in Siberia there was a huge...
There was an enormous explosion in Siberia in 1908. It's called the Tunguska event. And this was caused, calculations suggest, by a tiny object, which was just 70 meters, what's that, about the size of a city block in diameter.
And that
200 feet. Now, that exploded in the air about 6 kilometers above the ground. And the consequence of that explosion was that 2,000 square kilometers of forest in Siberia was completely devastated and flattened. 400 kilometers distant from the epicenter, they were feeling huge earthquakes in the ground as a result of it. I mean, this was a major event. People's clothes were set on fire hundreds of kilometers away by the fierceness of the explosion in the atmosphere that resulted from this. And this was just a tiny thing. And actually, it's very interesting that occurred in June of 1908, because June is one of the two times in the year when the Earth passes through the Taurid meteor stream. And the majority of scientists who are studying these matters think that Tunguska object, as it's called, was a fragment of this same giant comet that also ended the last...
Oh, that's wonderful. So we're just about to get in there now for the next
They believe that we're in a bombardment episode now. See, the interesting thing is that I touched on this a little bit earlier, is that we tend not to realize how much our lives on Earth are governed by the galaxy. Most people don't even think about this, but just as we're in orbit around the sun, the sun is in orbit around the center of the galaxy, and this orbit takes 250 million years to complete. And as the sun goes round the center of the galaxy in this orbit, it doesn't just move in a flat plane, but it behaves rather like a porpoise, going up and down through what's called the galactic plane. And when it's above or below the galactic plane, it's in a relatively quiet area of space. But when it's passing through the middle of the galactic plane, it's in a very lumpy area of space filled with things called gigantic molecular clouds and spiral arms. And when the solar system, because the sun tows the whole solar system along with it, passes through the galactic plane, this causes gravitational disturbance to the solar system. Now, it's known that the solar system is surrounded by an enormous cloud of comets. These clouds are called the Oort cloud, after the astronomer who first identified it. And it's estimated that there's 100,000 million comets sitting in the Oort cloud, some of which are giant comets, hundreds of kilometers in diameter. As the Earth passes through the galactic plane, the gravitational influence of the galactic plane throws some of these comets into the inner solar system, and they gradually migrate down into the inner solar system. It takes 5 or 6 million years for them to reach our part of space. And the evidence suggests that we passed through the galactic plane just about 5 or 6 million years ago, and that we can expect to be in a bombardment episode now as a result of this.
This year?
Right now, this time. Our epoch, our generation.